Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video, I will be sharing with you some of the best and worst items of 2021. Now, I know this video is a little bit overdue, but I figured that this would be a great chance to share some of the best items that I used throughout all of last year. And as always, I will link what I can in the description box. I know that some of these items may not be available anymore. Nevertheless, I will link what I can and anything similar in the description box for you guys. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe, as well as do follow me on Instagram. I will leave that somewhere up here on the screen for you, as I would love to have you guys join the family. But anyways, let's get into the video. Right. Now, my job is really interesting because I share a lot online, but you guys don't typically get to see what I wear when I'm not posting. And so the first item I'm going to talk about is an item that I wore about 1,000,001 times off of camera, off of Instagram, and I wore it so much so that my whole family pretty much makes fun of me because I wore this sweater so much. And so the first item in this video is going to be this Burberry cardigan. When I say I wore this sweater 1,000,000 times, it's all I wore. I wore it with jeans, I wore it with leggings, shorts, dresses. But besides the fact that I wore it so much, I really want to highlight the fact that this sweater is truly the most amazing quality. Considering how much I wore this, it still looks brand new. And honestly, it's pieces like this where I have zero hesitation spending my money on. If I know I'm gonna wear a piece 1,000,001 times and it's still gonna look brand new after having worn it that many times, I know that it's truly worth it. But again, due to the nature of the pattern, the colors, this item fits so seamlessly into my wardrobe. I was able to wear it with dark colors, light colors. I was able to wear it open, closed, dress it down, dress it up. And again, it just became such an essential piece in my wardrobe, and I will continue to wear this item because it truly is so amazing. And so this one's the first one in this video because again, I just loved it so much. Next up is going to be a bag. So we have this Burberry tote, and I believe this is the Freya tote. I'm going to say something. When I purchased this bag, I felt like I was making the biggest mistake of my life because this is a cream/white canvas tote. I can see the cringing going on behind the screen, but this bag did come in a gray canvas with a black leather, and me being me, I did not want the black and gray. I wanted the white and brown because I thought that that would fit my wardrobe better. The reason I made it into this video is because I have taken this bag through the mud. This guy has been on trains, in and out of cars, on the subway, carrying a ton of weight. And when I look at how much I've actually used this bag, it still looks brand new. I can only say, like, the bottom, I think there's only a couple little dark spots. The back, I don't even know if you can even tell on camera, there is a little bit of darkness going on here. Obviously, it's gonna rub up against denim and stuff like that. But considering that it's white canvas, it looks brand new. And considering how thin the straps are, you'd think they'd break off. These guys have held so much weight. We're talking textbooks, laptops, iPads, all in there at the same time. So I really took a gamble with this bag because I loved the style of it. I had never seen anyone with this bag. I haven't, to be honest, I don't really see very many people talking about Burberry to begin with. And so all of those things mixed together, I just had to purchase it, and I am so beyond glad that I did because this has truly been the best work bag ever. I truly couldn't recommend this enough. And if you do happen to love the black and gray one, go for it because I can guarantee you it's gonna be fantastic. Okay, we're gonna move into shoes here. The first pair is gonna be a pair of Christian Louboutin sandals. So these are just a black sandal, but the strap actually goes across your toes and then kind of across your ankle. And when I say these are the most comfortable sandals that I have ever worn, I am not kidding. I am someone that can last all day in pumps, but I can last about 20 minutes in heeled sandals. I just can't do it. I don't know if it's the fact that my feet are never supported enough in a traditional sandal, but I truly, truly believe that it is because of this particular kind of design that goes across your ankle that I can stand in these for so long. I have attended hour-long events where I was standing and walking, eating, drinking, and I was still in a perfect shape with these shoes. And so I know they're quite expensive, but I honestly don't think I will ever need another pair of black sandals because these are just perfect. They're never gonna go out of style. They truly are just a classic design. And out of all my heels, I just feel like I have gotten so much wear out of these. They have been so versatile and have been able to pair them with so many different outfits. These gals were the best heels of 2021. Next up is a pair of shoes. Now, as many of you may know, I live in the city. I do a ton of walking. So as much as I love to dress up, 99.9% of the time, I'm wearing white sneakers. And so the next item is gonna be, and I apologize, they're a little bit dirty because we're still in winter here and they're dirty. But these are my Axel Arigato white sneakers. I think these are the clean 90 sneakers, I believe. I will link them down below. But I truly could not speak more highly of these. They are without a doubt the comfiest pair of shoes I have ever owned. On top of that, the quality of these is truly unlike no other. I still have yet to try on a pair of white sneakers, or just sneakers in general, that have topped these guys, and considering how much I've worn them, I've also washed them a couple times. They are still in pristine condition. I fell in love with the brand so much that this past year, I not only purchased one more pair, but 2 more pairs. And again, considering how much I have worn these, all of these, they are still in perfect condition. And it's funny because Axel Arigato is a brand that I never hear anyone talking about. I found them through Farfetch. One of the reasons I love Farfetch is I get to discover so many amazing brands, and Axel Arigato is actually one of the brands that I discovered through them, and I am so glad that I did because I truly don't think I will ever move to any other brand of sneaker. So if you're looking for a fantastic investment sneaker that will stay with you for years and will stay looking brand new, I would highly recommend Axel Arigato. They also have different styles. They're always coming out with new colorways. For example, these ones here are my newest pair. These are kind of in an off-white color, but the back is pink, and the tongue is like a really cute like taupey color. So they're truly just always launching new styles. But again, I have gotten so much wear out of these, and they have been so amazing that they just made it into this video. So Axel Arigato in general was one of the best things of 2021. Next up, we have my Valentino boots. So these are my Valentino boots. Back when I purchased these, I was looking for something very particular. I wanted a heeled black boot. I have always loved some sort of buckle detailing on the side, and this one had just that. So again, super sleek design. Unfortunately, these are no longer available, but the first reason that I put these guys in here is because of how comfortable they are. Again, I live in the city, I walk a ton, and for me to be able to wear a heeled boot and walk miles and miles and miles comfortably is truly, truly impressive, which meant I was just able to wear them a lot more. And with wearing them a lot more came their quality. The quality of these has been absolutely fantastic. Considering how much I've worn these, the leather still looks impeccable. There are no scratches on these whatsoever. Obviously, you can see a little bit of wrinkling because I have worn these a ton. So for how much I've worn them, you cannot tell that I've actually worn them that much, and that's really, really impressive to me. I really appreciate when brands are able to create high quality shoes. So these have just hit all the check boxes for me this year. They have just been absolutely phenomenal. And having had such an amazing kind of experience with the Valentino boots, I will absolutely be checking out Valentino for their boots in the future because again, they were just fantastic. Next up in the video is something that I think has without a doubt be at the very, very top of my list. And that is gonna be Skims. So I have one of my bras here. Unfortunately, like everything is in the wash at the moment. But this right here is the Fits Everybody Scoop Bra. Skims was a brand that I was super afraid to try out. And once I did, I fell in love. When I was shopping for Skims, I was actually looking for really great high quality basics. I obviously love my lacy lingerie. I don't think I will ever not love lacy, beautiful lingerie. But I felt like I was missing those basic pieces, the blacks, the beiges, the browns. And so when I found out that Skims had launched their Canadian site, I said, you know what? Fine, let me try it. I purchased 3 different styles of underwear with their little bundle promotion, and I purchased 1 or 2 bras. I have not looked back. I have purchased from them multiple times. I actually worked with them, which was like, oh, such a surreal moment. But something that I really look for in clothing and bras and underwear is good fitting items, and that is something that really stood out to me about Skims. Not only were their stuff made really well, but all of the items fit phenomenally. So the bras fit wonderfully, they were supportive, they were comfortable. The underwear, nothing dug in, everything fit great. Their sizing was super consistent, which meant I was able to confidently shop online and buy items that I knew were going to be my size. And with sizing, something that I actually haven't seen very many other websites and companies do, but when you shop online at Skims, you can actually choose to see certain sizes on the people that would actually be wearing them. So if you want to see an extra small being worn by someone who wears extra small clothing, you can. And if you want to see a size extra large underwear on someone who wears an extra large, you can also do that as well. And I think that is such an amazing feature. And honestly, that was a feature that allowed me to comfortably and confidently shop on Skims the first time around. I was able to see what an extra small model was wearing. I was also able to see what a medium looked like, and it really just made the process really easy. And now I just go in there and I'm like, okay, I want a small bra, small underwear, I'll take all of them, every single color, but and so anyways, can you tell I like Skims? But anyways, this was such an amazing discovery. And again, one of the things that really stood out to me was how beautiful it made me feel. Nothing makes me happier than when I put something on myself and I feel powerful and beautiful and confident, because at the end of the day, what you think about yourself is so important. So if you're looking in that mirror every day and you're saying, yeah, I look fantastic, that's exactly what we want. That's exactly what we need to do with ourselves every single day, and that is exactly what Skims made me do. So Skims was at the very top of my list for 2021. I am so forever glad that I discovered this brand, and will without a doubt be purchasing lots more in the future. Alright, my planner girls are gonna absolutely love this part of the video, but next up on this video is gonna be my Louis Vuitton agenda. This is gonna be a 2-for-1 because I'm also gonna talk about the inserts that I use for this agenda. But let's start with the agenda. Something that I discovered throughout my years of loving planners is that I really do love planners that you can customize. So this one here is a binder styled planner, which means you can insert and take things out super easily. And so that is exactly what I loved about this planner, and for me the quality has been phenomenal. It's so beautiful. It just makes me excited to plan, okay? It makes me excited to hold my agenda, to open it up, and to plan my day or my week or my month. And I've absolutely loved that. But the next thing that I want to talk about is actually the inserts. So obviously with this type of planner, they don't typically come with inserts, so you have to find your own inserts. There are a lot of you know, Etsy shops and just websites online where you can actually buy printables, which if you don't know what that is, that just means you can kind of pay a really small amount for a PDF. You can just print out your own inserts. You can you'll be able to hole punch them on your own, cut them if you want. But if I'm being very honest, it's just a lot of work for me. So I went hunting for someone who was selling inserts that were already ready to go. So with this planner, I really did want to highlight the company Cloth and Paper. I discovered them whilst I was searching for inserts, and they are I think they're a small US online company. and they sell different types of inserts. They also sell agendas, but they sell dividers. They really sell everything you could ever need to design your own planner. And I was really hesitant to, you know, buy anything online because I really like thick, high quality paper. I don't love thin paper where if you highlight something, it'll go through, or if you're using like a gel pen, it's gonna go through. So I was really hesitant to order from them because I just didn't know what to expect. But I was so far from impressed. First up are these beautiful dividers. So these have the dates all on the side in gold leaf, which is beautiful because the hardware on this agenda is actually gold. I was able to find little covers. So here I have a beautiful little kind of cover page that says resilience, and then the actual planner itself. So this is the inside look of it, and again, as you can see, you have two different columns, which I really fell in love with because it meant I could separate my work from school. And so again, I really fell in love with this company. I also ordered a ton of different sticky notes from them. Again, this planner for me this year has been just my holy grail. It's truly gotten me through everything and I absolutely love it. And I just couldn't speak more highly of it. Now, before I move on to kind of skincare and makeup products, I'm gonna talk about one last item, and that is gonna be my lady Dior. And obviously this has a lot of sentimental value because it was my first kind of big luxury purchase. It was something that I have wanted for years and years and years and years and years. I worked really hard to get this bag, and I am so forever grateful that I was able to get this bag. But I wanted to put it in here because ever since I got this bag, I have worn it pretty much every single day. And so putting kind of my sentimental, emotional feelings aside, this bag has truly been so beyond functional. Obviously, it's black, so black is gonna go with everything. I wear a lot of black to begin with. But something that is really wonderful for this bag is the hardware. So the hardware is a champagne gold, which means it's gonna be somewhere between a yellow gold and a silver. And so for me, someone who actually wears their jewelry mixed up, I don't wear just gold or just silver, I like to mix it up. So the hardware just means that regardless of what type of jewelry I was wearing or what type of hardware was on my boots or belt, it was gonna match beautifully. The other amazing thing about this bag is the fact that it obviously is a crossbody, just as much as it is a top handle. You know, regardless of whether I was going out for an afternoon coffee and I was just wearing it as a crossbody, or whether I was going out for dinner with a really nice dress and I was wearing it as a top handle, it really meant that whether I was, you know, casual or dressy, I was able to wear this bag. The other amazing thing about it is that it looks tiny, okay? But this bag fits a lot. I honestly, my loved ones are always kind of joking around that this bag is a little bit like Mary Poppins. It just kind of eats everything up because I don't know where everything goes, but I can fit a ton of stuff in here. And it's just really amazing. The last thing that I love about this bag is this flap. So this is the flap that actually kind of closes the bag. For someone who is always on the go, I'm always kind of reaching for like my Presto card, my credit cards, my phone, my camera. Being able to just kind of slide my hand in here and get it out while it's still closed is awesome. Obviously you're able to just take out the flap completely to have like entire access to it, but most of the time when I use this bag, I'm kind of just sticking my hand in here, grabbing what I need, and away I go. So this bag has truly been an amazing purchase. Again, the fact that I've worn it about 1,000,001 times and it still looks brand new, I think it's just a testament to how well made the bag is. This is the small ABC Lady Dior, and you can tell it's an ABC bag by the fact that you're actually able to add some charms to the strap. So yeah, this was one of my absolute favorite purchases of 2021, and I love it. Oh, so amazing. I wanted to spend a minute talking specifically about skincare and makeup products because I felt like there was a few of these and I really wanted to just take a minute to talk about them. So first up, and I guess I said skincare and makeup, but I don't know, fragrance is gonna be the first thing I talk about. This is the Armani Privé Vert Malachite fragrance. This has without a doubt been my most worn fragrance. And I actually struggled to hunt this one down because it was consistently sold out. And I was only able to get my hands on the 50 ml, not the 100 ml. But this has been the most worn fragrance for me. It's a really interesting fragrance because it's very floral and feminine, but at the same time, it's not overly sweet. It's not necessarily girly, if you know what I mean. It truly is just a fantastic fragrance. It's what I'm wearing today, and because of the nature of the fragrance, I can wear this during the day or during the night, and it still feels perfect. And so again, I just love this fragrance. It's been my absolute favorite. Okay, now we're on to makeup. If you know, you know. My girls will know. But this is the Merit contour stick. It's not a contour stick. It's actually called a perfecting complexion stick, because it's actually intended to do multiple things. So this product is actually supposed to serve as a foundation, as a concealer, as a spot concealer, or a contour stick, which is what I use it as. I use the shade Chestnut, and it looks like this. And I just use a brush and use this as my contour slash bronzer. I have not stopped using this product. I have a couple times tried to switch to some other different products for my contour, and I have just gone back to this every single time. It blends out so beautiful. It's the perfect shade. And because this technically isn't a contour stick range, it means that the colors available are really vast. So whatever your skin tone is, you're actually gonna be able to find the perfect shade for a contour. Again, like I said, I like to use the shade Chestnut. I feel like it's the perfect color that's a little bit warm, a little bit cool. It's not gonna look muddy on your cheeks. It's also not gonna look orange on your cheeks. But again, I just could not speak more highly of this product right here. I don't know if I'll ever part ways with it. I already have a backup for when I run out of this one. Next up is gonna be this Chanel Water Fresh tint. I actually discovered this on YouTube. I was browsing around for some of the best skin tints. So when people were saying that this was a terrible foundation, that it had zero coverage, I was like, yes, that's exactly what I want. To be fair, it's called a tint, not a foundation. So this is a super, super lightweight tint. And yes, it does have a tint. It actually gives you a great color wash over your face. And again, my favorite thing about this is that it feels like you're not wearing anything on your face. And that's something that I really, really like. I really do not like when I feel like I have a ton of products on my face, because I feel like when like noon comes around, I'm like, where's the makeup remover? I need to take all of this off my face. And with this, I have never gotten that. It's really hydrating, it's refreshing, and again, it's very lightweight while still giving you a really, really beautiful wash of color over your face. And again, this is like the third bottle that I've gone through, and I'm already hitting the end. So again, couldn't recommend this enough. This has been my absolute favorite this year. Next up is SPF. And this is the La Roche-Posay and Thelios 50 SPF Invisible Finish. I have been using this now for a year and a half, probably more, but definitely for a year and a half. And I have not used any other SPF since I've been using this. I have not wanted to use any other SPF. It is a beautiful, as it says, invisible finish. It's really lightweight, it's not too oily, and it goes beautifully underneath makeup. That's something that I really don't like a lot about SPFs, is that they will pill, they will feel greasy under your makeup, but this one dries down really, really beautifully. The other thing I really love about this one is that it's never broken me out. I really struggled with SPFs because they kind of always broke me out, especially in my forehead. And this one has never done that to me, which makes it a sunscreen that I actually want to put on every single day. And that's something that's really important. You know, the thing you want to look for is an SPF that you are going to want to put on every single day. And so honestly, it's just a bottle of positives, and it's gonna protect you from all the harmful effects of the sun. Next up is a new discovery, but a fantastic discovery. This is the Dior Forever Perfect Fix Set, Refresh, Hydrate setting spray. Now this is not only a setting spray, as it says, it's a great hydrating, refreshing spray, and that is exactly what I use it for. I not only use it to set my makeup, but I use it throughout the day when my face starts to feel really dry. Honestly, this like makes your makeup look like you just did it. I don't know how it does it, but it's fantastic. This also smells absolutely beautiful, and the mist on it is fantastic. It's the type of thing that you're putting it on and you're like, oh, this is just such a wonderful experience. You just don't want the experience to end. So anyways, this Dior setting spray is absolutely fantastic. Now, if you've been following along, especially my vlogs, you will know that I dealt with eczema this past year, and so obviously had very, very dry skin. And something that was just my holy grail this year was the brand Eucerin. And I will continue to use Eucerin. I use it twice a day. During my really, really bad eczema outbreaks, I was using the Eucerin Calming Cream. So this is what it looks like. And I use this, again, like I said, twice a day. It is truly the most hydrating moisturizer. It's fragrance-free, and so when you have dry skin and sensitive skin, you really, really want to avoid any sort of fragrance, and this one has been awesome. And again, this is just another version of it. So this is the lotion, and just the difference between the cream and the lotion is going to be a little bit thinner in consistency, whereas the cream is really thick and moisturizing. Both are fantastic, but now that my skin has been a lot better, my eczema has gone away quite a bit, so I'm just using the lotion for now. But again, this brand was my savior this year. Truly couldn't recommend it enough, and I will continue to use Eucerin because it has done wonders for my skin. Yeah, couldn't speak more highly of Eucerin. Random product, but it's been awesome. All right, and now we've reached the part of the video where I'm going to talk about some of the not so great purchases and items of 2021. Now, I do want to say that if you have one of these items and you absolutely love it, that is totally okay. Just because something didn't work for me, it doesn't mean that it's not going to work for somebody else. It's totally okay to have different opinions. These were just items that, for me, I felt like I couldn't necessarily justify after the fact. So I'm going to start off with the item that I truly had very, 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 very high expectations from, and it just did not deliver. You will know what these are, but these are the first item in my not so great category, but these are the Hermes Oran. Are these the Oran sandals? These are a full leather sandal, and well, I have a lot to say about these. First and foremost, they are the most uncomfortable sandal I've ever owned. And I read a lot about them, and I am someone who has very realistic expectations when it comes to shoes that are leather, especially high quality leather can be just atrocious when you first get it. It can be very stiff. It can take a while to break in, but once it does, it is just the best thing ever. That is kind of what my expectation was with these. I expected them, to give me blisters, to be very, very uncomfortable the first few times, even more than a few times. And after wearing them for a good portion of the summer, and again, I do a lot of walking in the city, these were absolutely uncomfortable. So the first few days, they obviously gave me blisters. That was to be expected. And the blisters did get better over time. But after the blisters passed, the leather on the actual sandal part is so stiff. It has not softened up. And so when you put your foot in, it just feels like you're putting your foot into something that is really, really stiff. They just are the most uncomfortable sandal, and for me, I have a narrow foot, and these are quite a narrow sandal, so I thought it was gonna be a breeze, no problem, and honestly, I'm gonna go get them. Honestly, my Dior sandals were a billion times better. They were more comfortable. The sole is cushioned, where on these ones, it's a very thin sandal, so it's really, really hard. And also the sole on these, because it's so thin, it's just really, really hard and uncomfortable. There is like no cushion on it whatsoever. I don't necessarily regret the purchase because I do think that they are a classic style. I don't think this particular shoe will ever go out of style. But for a shoe that was this expensive, I expected a lot more from it. And I feel like for quite some time, I really tried to justify their discomfort and all the kind of negatives because I had paid so much for them. But in truth, these were just not a fantastic sandal. Let me know if you guys had the same experience, or perhaps if you absolutely love yours. I'd love to know, because again, these were just not the shoe for me. Honestly, if you're looking for a comfortable but beautiful slide, I would highly recommend the Dior's. These are really comfortable. These ones are still full leather, but they have more like a cushiony sole, so they're really comfy. You can even tell like I wore them so much. This is fully leather on the inside, and then it's got a beautiful canvas kind of embroidered pattern on the outside. And again, super comfy. The leather completely softened up on these, which I love and really appreciated. If you're looking for a pair of comfortable and beautiful slides for the summer, I think the Dior's are probably. Now, the next item I feel like is one that makes me really upset, because this was a brand that I really wanted to support and wear. I actually quite liked a lot of their designs. So the next item is gonna be this knitted off-white sweater. Now, I absolutely adore this sweater. I love the design of it. I love this kind of off-white written across the body. I think it's a fantastic design. I love the fit of it, and it's really one of my favorite sweaters, but here's where a lot of my issues come from. This sweater looks like I have had it for 10 years. It is completely pilled. Now, I don't have a problem with pilling. I have zero issues with pilling. That is something that is going to naturally occur when you buy natural materials. So anything made from like a wool, a cashmere, it's going to pill. No questions asked. If you don't want something to pill, don't get wool or cashmere. And so I had no problem with the pilling, but my biggest issue was with the actual knitted material. You know, I took this to the dry cleaner once, and it had a hole in it after the dry cleaner, and I don't know if you can see, but the tag has completely fallen off. And I'll get close to you, but as you can see, the sweater just looks so beyond worn. Considering I haven't worn this sweater all that much as I would have liked it to, you know, compared to, for example, my Burberry sweater, or I also recently purchased a Balenciaga sweater, which I have worn an embarrassing amount. This one looks like it's just really old. I just can't justify a sweater that is like almost $1,000 behaving like one of my $30 Zara sweaters would behave like. So yeah, unfortunately this one really makes me upset, because I really like Off-White. I think they're a really cool brand. I love their designs, but unfortunately this sweater just did not hold up. And you know, it's not to say that every single item from the designer from Off-White is gonna be like this, but this was my experience with this particular item. I still love it. I will still wear it. I will definitely have to shave it to make it look a little bit newer. But yeah, that was just a little bit disappointing, considering that it was not the cheapest item out there. So yeah, next up, and I do want to preface this next item because I love these boots. I have worn them so much. They are so comfortable, but I do have a little nitpick with this item. So these are my Fendi boots. I love these boots, okay? I love them. I really do. I have worn them like every single day. They have gotten me through the winter. They have been fantastic. But considering that these were $2,000 or almost $2,000, the leather on these is just quite worn. There's a lot of wrinkles, And so comparing these to my Valentinos, and considering that I've worn my Valentinos a lot more than these, I didn't necessarily love how worn these look so quickly. And when I purchased these guys, I really wanted a boot that was going to be sturdy. I wanted it to maintain its shape. I really wanted, you know, I wanted it to look kind of smooth the entire way, and it just does not look like that. So I do love them, and if you love a look like that, then these are a fantastic pair of boots for you. And I will keep wearing these hopefully into next season. But once I compared them to my Valentino boots, I just think that the quality of the leather on the Valentino boots was a lot better. I think it held up a lot better. They still look brand new considering how much I've worn them. So as much as I absolutely love these, I don't necessarily love how they've held up. Kind of expected a little bit more from these, I think. Okay guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you found some maybe good pieces in here. As I mentioned, I will link everything that I can in the description box below for you guys. But like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and don't forget to subscribe, as well as do follow me on Instagram. I will leave that somewhere up here for you guys. And I'd love to know, what were some of your best and worst purchases of 2021? Leave it in the comment box below. I would love to know. We'll get some conversation started. But anyways, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Mwah.
Keep it up one more minute. Keep it up, you're so great. Standing, talking, you got me checkmate. No one's watching.